need to work on silencing male voices because you give one of them a mic and here they go.
What's good, y'all? I'm Bobby from Alpha Dome Podcast.
Talking about
I'm Doggy.
I'm Aman.
Back at it every couple of weeks. We're back here again.
You know the drill?
Let's mix it up, actually.
Hey, Ante, let me see you here.
Yeah, there's something, yeah. I forgot to tell you about it, actually.
You see, I'm a good friend.
You didn't pick it up, though.
Oh, you know my hand's sweaty. Just slip through it.
Anyhow.
You know what happened yesterday? This girl, I gave her a dab, and she was like, "Bro, your hand is like, damn." And like, this is like my second time ever talking to her.
You see, now her image of you is like, this is why you don't dap people up, just hit them with this.
I should have.
Not your fault.
You should know better.
You
should know better, bro.
I should have warned you before, but she learned her lesson. You know,
because some people are like, you do this, and like, no, I can't do that.
That happens so much, man. Anyways.
But I guess something, a new question. Anything stand out to you this week? And it could be anything.
Stand out to me this week?
Something that happened to you this week.
Define stand out.
It could be something peculiar. That you want to bring up. Peculiar. I know my words, bro. Don't play with me. 5 times.
Questions like this.
Spelling bee needs to come.
5 times spelling bee champion, man.
5 times. Who are you competing against?
Anything peculiar stand out to y'all this week?
No, if you're gonna ask a question like this, you better have an answer first.
I do.
Okay,
you go
so
first.
you start us off, so we can gauge, which direction you want us to go
stand
to.
out to me?
I had a conversation with someone very dear to me.
Can we ask what that is?
Somebody very, very dear to me. We were talking about cheating.
Cheating in what sense? Hold on.
No. It's peculiar to me. It's peculiar.
That's not the peculiar.
Peculiar, something that just stood out. Like we have a very
particular.
No, it's peculiar, bro. Trust me, it's peculiar.
Actually, let me Google it.
No, don't leave it.
Look, you know why it's peculiar? We have a very not boring weeks, but like repetitive weeks.
Yeah.
So when something new happens, or like something that just catches your
strange or odd,
unusual.
Okay, that's fair. I'll give it to you.
It's not usual to my daily week. So I had this conversation with somebody about cheating. In the context, not cheating actually, the context of as a man, when you're like woman, she goes on a trip or anything, she goes anywhere, she's posting pictures. Should she talk to you about it? Or should she get your approval? Not approval, but like this and that. Like how should it be? And that was really a good conversation. It was unusual. I'm like, it made me think too. I searched myself.
What does that have to do with cheating though?
No, I said it doesn't. Not cheating per se, but just that conversation.
Oh, okay. So what do you think?
I mean, there was 2 different a couple arguments.
Okay, yeah. Was it an argument, discussion, or were you all like agreeing on the same thing?
No, we weren't agreeing. We had different viewpoints, but I seen where she was coming from, and she saw where I was coming from.
Okay,
in a sense that
enlighten us, my brother.
Yes.
Let us know.
Keep it very short.
You don't have to keep it short.
Okay, so your girl, right?
Keep it short.
Your girl you're with. One of the bases that I came from is, if this person, I seen another clip on I seen a video floating around social media. Is like some guys think that their girl is annoying because she's always asking them how to do this, how to do that. I don't know if y'all saw that clip. Like some guys might think it's coming from an annoying place, but it's actually really good if your girl's always asking you, "What do you think about this?" Or she's,
asking for your opinion.
Explain, bro.
She respects your leadership. She wants to, see what you think about certain things.
Yes, I see what you mean.
So in terms of this topic, I'm like, if your girl just posts stuff and it's kind of like an iffy picture, like an example, maybe modesty not fully there and everything, or it's kind of it gives off dang,
controlling type of thing.
No, it gives off a lustful thing, and she doesn't even talk to you about it. I feel like that's disrespectful. I feel like she doesn't respect you as a man. But then some people would be like, but bro, if that's my girl, I don't care what she posts. I want to show her off to the world. That's my girl.
Red flag.
I can't do with that.
But if that's your girl, she would respect you enough to be on that modesty. You know what I mean? But
exactly.
If it is something that if it is, you know what I mean? She will come to you and be like, hey, what do you think about this picture? She will talk to you about it as if.
Because then some people be like, does she talk to you about every picture she posts? Because then they'll be like, I gives off controlling. I mean,
she's independent. She knows, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying
what is good and what is good. But if she thinks that I wouldn't say you'll have problem with it, but if she thinks, I'll be like, hey, I respect, my partner, and I think let me see his opinion. You know what I mean? Because I respect his opinion. Let me see his opinion, and then you can have that conversation. But if it's just posting it and be like, You know.
If you see it after the fact, I feel like that's kind of lack of disrespect.
Personally, I would want my wife to send me all the pictures.
Wife,
before she
hold up.
posted.
You have to differentiate wife, girlfriend.
Wife.
Somebody you're in a
talking,
relationship, committed with, like someone that's there's commitment
committed.
behind it.
That's gonna be wife.
And
But
even
that's gonna be wife.
something I said, like I don't even want like my girl to be out there for guys to lust after in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
That doesn't make sense. Yeah, of course. Nobody, no guy.
But no, the thing is, guys can lust after anything. Though.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like
Anything.
That's
Hold
their
on.
intention.
Oh, yeah.
That's their intention.
like
Yeah.
a girl could be wearing his astronaut suit, they'll still find a way. I'm saying like I'm not gonna like purposely put her out there like she's like a circus show. It's like, hey guys, look at this. Like, nah, I'm not doing it.
You know who came
This
into
guy's
my
funny.
mind?
Astronaut suit is crazy.
The guy who went to the moon. And I was just thinking, like, astronaut, that's the first thing that comes into my mind when people talk about
Was it how he jumped from the thing?
Yeah.
Mm.
Jump from what thing?
You know, the Red Bull thing, he jumped from space.
Oh,
And you
But yeah, that's what happened to me. Really great conversation.
this was a good
Unusual.
question, but I cannot speak on this. If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Why?
Just
No,
keep it
no, no,
to
no, 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 no,
In
no.
this day and age,
New rule going forward for you, for us, and for anybody who's listening. If y'all
Us.
ever say, if y'all say something in the sense of, bro, but y'all don't actually bring it up. I hate when people do this.
I'll tell you. Okay, I'll speak
I do
my
that
mind.
every
Speak
time.
it, speak
I'll
it.
speak my
speak
mind.
it.
If we have to have a discussion of like, you need to cover up that relationship, at least for me though. So you see, the thing is, I be saying these things, and I might fall when the time comes. I'm under pressure. So this is an ideal world, how I want to act. If I'm in a relationship and I have to tell you that you shouldn't post that, there is something like wrong fundamentally.
That's what I
But
said.
like when you're in a committed relationship, you know what I mean?
To
They
get there,
tell you.
before I get committed, I have to know the person is not the type of person.
Of course, but situations change.
That's
you know
what I
mean?
said too. I'm like, bro, if it, you know how like example, girls always like girls always say this same phrase like if he wanted to he would.
What
And
does
it-
that mean?
And okay, let me give you an example.
In this context.
Like for example, not even this context, but a context like if a guy really if he really liked you, he would do these things. You don't have you
That's
shouldn't have
like
to
a
tell him.
worldly perspective.
No,
of,
no,
like,
no.
You know, trapping. Go on.
For example, like if a guy's not getting you like showing you reassurance or this and that, if he really wanted to, he would. In a sense, that's what they're coming from. Like it's not nothing is holding him back. If he's not doing it, it's probably because he doesn't want to.
Okay.
So in the same way, I'm like if a girl really wanted to ask for your opinion, if she really respected you, she would respect you. If she's not showing that respect, if she's not having that conversation, it must mean she's not respecting you. And I don't want to tell somebody something and they do it because I told them to.
Oh yeah.
It should be like out of their own thing.
That's what I'm saying.
So if they're not doing it, that's a different problem. Like you
That's
said,
what
it
I'm
could
saying.
be a red flag that might have to end it. Yeah, it's
I
kinda-
feel like for me to get to a point where I'm committed to you, I have to know you're not a type of person that would post that on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're only changing for me, then you're only doing something just because of me, and like that's.
I don't think anybody wants that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that means like you're not really like I don't want to be your controlling. You know.
Yeah. I don't think.
Yeah, I do see that perspective.
You
though.
see what
I
I'm
do see
saying?
that perspective. Yeah.
But what was the opposite perspective that was?
Oh yeah, I want to be completely fair too. I think there were just some of the points of views was like, she was saying like, should this be for every picture? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna like, the girl I'm with, she's a grown woman.
This is the part I can't talk about because I'm like there should never be a picture where you have to come to me and be like, is this too much? Because
No, that's
if you have
what
to
I'm
ask me, it probably is.
I'm saying not for every picture, bro. I'm not like your PO. Like,
Yeah.
this is like I'm saying for the ones that are actually, if we're having this conversation, that shouldn't be getting like posted. But obviously, if you're posting pictures with your family, friends, like I'm not pressed.
No, they also talk about like what if like you're at the beach and like if a guy posts a picture shirtless, is that equal to a girl posting pictures
What
with
would
their
you
bikini? I don't know. I generally
Really?
I don't have the body to post shirtless, so I don't like.
I mean,
I never thought about that.
Where you going to the gym for, buddy?
Demons.
that's a different conversation. I have a bone to pick with you about that.
Yeah.
But no, this it came up
Yo
too.
was here?
It came up too, like in a sense that like, but the thing is like, first off, the world we live in, a guy's body is not as objectified as a woman's body, so we can't have the same rules in a sense.
That can lead a woman.
They will fight back to that. They'll be like, no, there are some guys that the girls will fall in love looking at.
And then that's 100% correct. If the guy's like not being modest, that's his fault. He's in the wrong. But I'm saying also, the women's body's been like 10 times more like pushed out there.
Fair
So
enough.
it should be like a little bit more stricter on them.
And the guys also fall to less easier, in my
Yeah.
opinion, and just generally than
That's true.
girls fall easier. Guys fall easier than girls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Think.
I mean,
That's a great topic, man.
Yeah.
because then there's so many different
I think
topics.
modesty is very important.
That
in this
was very
generation.
peculiar.
Yeah, it was a
Mm.
great conversation. I was really felt refreshed after.
Doggy, how about you?
Waste of refresh.
Yeah, but for context, this guy, we haven't seen him in like 1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He
Last
came
time I
back
seen him,
changed.
he had a fresh cut.
I'm
Now,
telling
The
you.
hair grew back, bro.
And now he's like saying big words like
if
peculiar.
y'all
He said,
asking
"I'm
why
very
podcast episodes are not being released, talk to this brother
No,
right
no,
here.
no, no, no,
Locked
no.
in.
My
Just
boy-
know, brother.
We
is
don't know what he's
gone.
doing, but he's like, I'm busy.
Exactly. We call him. He don't answer.
I
And
seen
if he
it.
does answer, it's to tell us he's busy.
You know,
and
I
he
seen a
hangs
video
right
on
back
IG.
up.
It was like that one friend who doesn't respond in the group chat, who nobody knows where they're at. He's like,
Yeah.
it's like a monkey in a boat, just like going somewhere random.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, like, one of the things that stood out to me. It's not this.
Hey,
week.
speak to the mic, brother.
It's not this week, but
How
when
about that?
we went to DC, when we were biking in DC.
We
Amazing
forgot to
time.
talk.
California, my fault. California. you
Hey, I
know.
think we should
We were there
kinda
for
kill that,
spring
bro.
break, but huh?
I'm tired of keeping that up, bro.
That was actually fun, huh?
No mind.
Yeah, ignore him. Ignore him.
Yeah, I don't know what you said. I don't know what
Go
you
ahead.
said.
Go ahead.
No, but
talk
like
off
that
camera.
was just like there was like 13 something of us.
But you
First,
understand.
that was okay. I'm not going.
Amazing
lie to you.
day.
You want to
After
explain
certain
about it a
hour-
little bit?
Huh?
You want to explain, like, keep it short, like what we did?
Yeah, you know, so a 13 bunch of goofies got together and said,
Bang.
let's go out through. let's go through a certain part of town biking around, you know. And at first, it was fun, you know. But when you're 6 hours and your butt hurts, I promise.
Nah, but it was fun the entire
Y'all
time.
didn't have the best bikes, that's why.
It was fun, bro.
Bro.
It was exhausting, but it's a
Bro,
workout
The
too.
next day, people in the group chat are complaining, bro, I can't move.
That's good,
My
but we got a
leg
workout
hurts."
in and we had fun too. I forgot
versus
to.
one.
Yeah. The thing is, I didn't know how important it was for like all us guys to come and actually, like, you know what I'm saying, like actually hang out, do something
That
instead
is
of like
true.
go to somebody's house and play Monopoly or something. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't
to
diss
get
Monopoly.
outside and actually just like, you know, fellowship, have fun. Like it was so like, bro.
We should do
It was
that again.
refreshing. Yeah,
We all
it
had
was
the same
yeah.
like thing where like it was so beautiful. You know, we were riding the bikes through town, and bro,
Yeah.
I did not know how fun bikes were. And like,
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't done it in years,
My
bro.
boy was carrying his bike everywhere.
It was so
And like
fun.
it was also like the perfect weather, man.
Yeah.
Everything was
No,
perfect
I'm not
weather.
gonna lie. This weather been iffy lately.
It's been
I
great.
don't know.
That
what's
day
going
was
on.
good,
No,
though.
that
It's-
day, but like now, look, Elsa and
It's
her
60
sister are
degrees
fighting
outside, though.
But it's raining and it's
Yeah, but
thunderstorming.
it's-
It will be sunny later.
Did y'all hear the thunderstorm?
No.
Like at like 4 a.m.
Why you up at 4 a.m.? Bro,
I
go to
wasn't,
bed,
but
bro.
like that woke me up. Like the thunderstorm was crazy. I was like, yo,
Y'all hear the wind today? 60
Huh?
miles per hour gusts, bro.
Mhm.
Y'all better.
Yeah,
60 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's
It's
60.
a full truck coming at you.
Y'all better
Full
stay
speed, bro.
inside, bro.
A big truck.
Whoa.
we wobbled away.
We really be going off the dome.
Anything
How
else?
we talk about? Go ahead.
Anything else
What?
peculiar?
No.
to you?
My weeks consists of group projects, assignments, and quizzes. And then
Hey,
Bible
no,
study.
you just
Yeah,
messed
bro.
this up, bro.
No, I have a.
I'm sorry. This is my platform to talk about
True.
everything that I go through. Okay.
Let it out. Let it out, my brother.
I don't got much to let.
I can bring this up. So this is controversial. We're Christians, if you guys don't know. People be shocked, and I feel like we are believers of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. But the thing you talked about is about worship songs, worship leaders, and Bethel music, Hillsong, elevation music, and when it collides. Hold on, give me 1 second.
When it collides with worldly music.
Worldly music, like
Yeah.
Marvick City performed with Quavo at the Grammys, right? And so, do people even care about my opinion? Because like it's so long, I don't want to ramble out here.
No, it's because it's gonna be like
Yeah, but basically, I think it should be go over here, but don't worry about it. Alright,
Lock this joint, bro. Okay, carry on. I'm sorry.
really good. But basically, me, I am very, maybe I'm like too careful on these things because like, I don't listen to elevation music and hill songs for some reason. I watched videos of the leaders of these, these groups, right? And they're very iffy. Like Dante Bo went to, that's the name, right? Dante Bo.
He's one of the singers, right?
Yeah, he went to the Grammys. He was like, I'm excited for Lil Nas X. I'm like,
You're lying.
for real? What you mean?
He did that?
Yeah.
Who was it? Was it Kirk Franklin as well?
I'm like, yeah, he cursed out his son and stuff. Okay, you see that, like, you give out so many, you like let them have so many passes, but then some of these songs are straight up like business ventures. You know what I'm saying? And they make a lot of money out of writing these songs. And there's a video by Wretched where I don't know his guy's name, something about something Peter something. He's an older guy, and he explained like his views are like very extreme. He's like Bethel, Hillsong, Elevation Music are straight up like not worshiping God, right? Now I don't know if I'm willing to go that far, but I'm always been like, yo, let me not listen to them, you know, because it just doesn't seem. I don't know how to explain it, but then I go to a church where I like listen to them, right? Well, this week I brought it up and I shared it with my friends, and somebody said, you know, even the old hymns that we sing in churches, they were written by people that owned slaves, which is a good point. And then one of my brother replied to that, and he said that, you know, they were written by people that own slaves, but when we sing those songs, we don't think about the people because the time has passed, right?
Separating the art from the artist.
Yeah, it's the same way. Right now, you know, Hillsong we might not agree with them everything theological. He said that, but we should, if they're singing something that is true, and they're really worshiping God, we should, you know, there's no issue with that. And then that was like okay, but then I was talking to my sister. I brought this point up to her. The best gospel rap that I know was made by Kanye West. Jesus is King. And it's actually surprisingly very biblical. Like, there are iffy things, right? And I told her, like, can I really listen to that album knowing what kind of person Kanye is? Knowing what he promoted? Nicki Minaj has a Christian song. Beyonce.
I never know.
Yeah.
And the bars are actually, like, good. They're not totally biblical. She made it with Tasha Cobbs. And even Tasha Cobbs, which is like a gospel singer, collaborating with Nicki Minaj. Lecrae collaborating with Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I see the pattern that you're going at. Yeah.
And I'm like, what's y'all's opinion?
You want to see?
Yeah.
Oh, I like this topic. It's a good topic. The thing is, there's so many ins and outs of it. It's like one person this. I don't think it's like a definite like answer in a sense. Like
I think there is.
There's a line obviously.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but the thing is, most people don't get to that line. The thing is, we're not at that line yet. We're arguing before the line, so it's like it's kind of muddy.
The gray line.
You see? Obviously, if somebody does an outright crazy thing, I don't think anybody's like gonna defend them realistically. They're gonna be like, "Oh, that was wrong," but and we've done that. Most people are like always like, "Okay, that was a bad thing by that person. He has to, you know, own up for his actions, repent." You know, like, but I'm not talking about that. We're talking about before when we see people doing some questionable things. We don't know their intentions.
Give me like examples so I can.
Okay.
Like talking about like Lecrae collaborating with Ty Dolla $ign.
That was in the
Is that
sense.
gray or is that line?
I don't listen to the song, so I don't know what it.
Was it? You haven't heard that? It's like a song called Blessing. Okay.
When the song was it cursing or did
Do you want to react to it?
No.
Okay.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Was it like? What was it?
It wasn't cursing or anything.
What was the message?
I've been blessed. I guess it's called Blessing and how.
In a sense, though,
blessed.
would that song be a sin to that song? I'm
wasn't
just
a
giving
sin.
a question, pushing
But
back on you.
Could you also say now he's kind of co-signing the actions of Ty Dolla $ign, who is not a Christian whatsoever, and you know there's talks about like, especially as an artist or in general, we have to separate ourselves from worldly activities.
Yeah, that's right.
How many people listen to Lecrae and like, oh, he's co-signed by Ty Dolla $ign's co-signed by Lecrae. Okay. Let me listen to Ty Dolla $ign, and they're talking about this guy got arrested for having guns, weed, blah blah blah.
Just to
drugs.
push back though, how many people with Ty Dolla $ign go to listen to Lecrae and they see all these other music that's actually really good, beneficial? Like, you know what, Christian music is not really that bad, and then they slowly over time, you know how God works. Or also just to push back before I even state my opinion, because I obviously agree with you, but just the different perspective. You don't know the conversation they had in that studio. You don't know how the song came about. You know how. Obviously, I don't think Lecrae's gonna verbally say, "Bro, I like the way you rap. Come over here." You don't know. He might have just talked to him and be like, "You know what? This is what I believe in." You know, he could have had a great conversation with him. You don't know the stuff like that. I feel like I always go back to this in the Christian life, bro. It's always like a pendulum, right? Swings one extreme to one extreme. Some people are saying a guy messes up one time. He's a devil. He's going to hell. Bro, I guess one thing my question that kind of like it's a bad thing what we do in a sense. We're just like,
Yeah,
we have no like patience, and we're supposed to be people who have patience. We have no mercy, even though we supposed to. We get them. We got shown the most mercy. It's like, in a sense too. I feel like the way we like treat people in the body of Christ that have creative abilities, it scares them to not. They don't
Be
know how
creative,
to be creative because they're like, if I be a little bit creative or at least try something. I'm scared how to act, so that's why so many people are so secretive about what they do. They don't know, and that's why we lose so many people because they're living double lives because they're like, I don't know how to get through it. Even though they might be committing wrongs, which is wrong, but at the same time, it's like if we showed more grace or try to understand. And sometimes people look at God like such a small thing. Like, bro, you think realistically, if God wants to, He can make one artist, a Christian artist, successful in the highest above worldly artists? You don't think God could do that?
I agree with you.
I feel like people expect Christian artists to like be just the worst of the worst.
I agree with
You know what I'm saying?
People
So
can't rap and
yeah, and to be honest, if you want to get to that place of being successful, you're gonna have to cross over into those spaces and impact those spaces. You know, but obviously you can't change and become like them. So we don't know what's going on. But at the same time, what's wrong is wrong. That's why I'm saying, bro, if we just like actually had these kind of thoughts, conversations, instead of writing people off like every time they mess up, I feel like we have a better. You know.
He didn't think he messed up.
Who?
So I think one thing you said, and a lot of people play the devil advocates on, is how many people did Lecrae how many people was he able to reach by collaborating with Ty Dolla $ign, right? The thing is, you're like justifying the means by the ends.
Okay.
And I think that is wrong. Like, if Lecrae didn't have to do that for God to work through him. And a lot of people saying, oh, we have to make a worldly, or like have a worldly sounding song to reach people. I think it's like you're kind of saying God needs us to do this.
What do you mean by a worldly sounding song though? That's a different argument.
Or no, okay, yeah, that was a wrong choice of words. Or we need to collaborate with these people
Artists, okay.
to reach God. I don't think that holds, in my opinion.
That's fact.
Like,
don't
think
think
about
you-
the Chosen.
They don't need anybody else.
They didn't need anybody, and I feel like with the help of God, they've been able to reach a lot of people. And I think God works like that. And obviously, though, you are right. Look, I'm being a little judgmental. I don't know Lecrae on the personal level.
For sure.
I still would disagree, but like I said, I don't have anything personal. Well,
Keep it. Anyhow.
another day.
Yeah.
Any-
I think we get,
Your
as
perspective?
believers, I think we get influenced a little quickly.
That's a good point.
Because, like, for example, this was the conversation we were having yesterday, but Maverick City doing a concert with different artists like Lil Uzi and Diddy and
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
yeah, exactly. So like these things, like I said, like I don't know the background story, but you're the only Christian group in that place.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna perform. I really don't. Like, imagine like Uzi goes before them, and then after
Doing
them
his
is like
demonic dance, like
after them is like they're just worshiping, like,
Like,
you
the
know,
upside
like,
down
playing
crosses in the
promises,
video and
like,
everything.
you know.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. So that's what I mean. Like we get very influenced very quickly because there isn't a lot of like Christian artists that are up there. You know what I mean? And so it's up to them to be like, okay, let's make a decision either to work with them or not work with them. And so when they get like, when they're like, okay, let's work with them, but we don't know the backstory, so we're kind of like judgmental and be like, oh, you know, like they shouldn't be working with them. But there is a line, you know what I mean?
we think that line was crossed when they performed with Quavo. And I think he cursed too.
Yes, but at the same time,
And
for
with the
me,
song for his like dead brother.
Yeah.
and it was a
Yeah, we'll take off.
takeoff, yeah.
Yeah,
But
like
the thing is, I draw a line. I don't see why they're in need of them being performed there. You know what I mean?
I think they
I
could.
understand, like, even like people
Platform.
who are worldly, not just platform, but like even when people for example, like in the Oscars, when someone wins a trophy, what happens?
Yeah,
Oh,
thank
thank
God.
God, blah blah blah. So they're mindful that there is a God. You know what I mean? So it's like, what happens when someone dies? You go to a church,
yeah.
right?
Oh, he's
Where-
resting.
yeah, he's resting. He's like, oh, he's in heaven. Heaven gained another soul.
Yeah,
It's
we're
like, it's like so they know that like there is a God. You know what I mean? So like having Christian artists perform there who represent God is like, just like,
Yeah, but
It's
I wouldn't
different.
mind that if that's what they did. but
Yeah.
they kind of co-signed and
I
partnered
know
up
what you
with
mean.
some-
That-
When
that-
they- yeah,
yeah.
that's what I mean.
Is that the line?
When they
No,
went,
the line is
no,
definitely
the line is
like.
before that. But
So
even
that
when,
been crossed. The line was crossed.
kind
I
of,
wouldn't say the line is crossed. I would say the line is. Okay, let's say this right. It's rough in a sense like, yes, you get called to one of the biggest events,
hmm
but if you don't take advantage of that, at least do something that would like.
That's what I mean. They don't. They
yeah.
haven't.
So that would be the line.
When
If
they
you-
went to like when they won like group of the year or something like that,
Mm.
they thanked a bunch of producers and stuff. Never mentioned God.
Oh,
How?
I think they apparently did. There's like this clip of them
Yeah, they did.
saying, but I'm saying, you could have, if they just took that award, right, and thank God, and the producer, I don't mind that, right?
You could have had that chance.
But the
to evangelize.
conditions of them performing, they could have been like, we will perform, but let us actually sing about the songs. You know,
They didn't sing any of the songs.
I'm not sure. I just know they.
That's the thing. though. We
So-
have such limited knowledge. I
But
can't.
would that change it though? Even if they sang Ocean for 27
Ocean.
times before, but then they go and perform with Quavo talking about cursing. I think he said damn or something. I'm not sure. And I just cursed. But you know what I'm
Watch your
saying,
mouth.
right? And he's talking about his honoring his dead brother. Is that really like? Doesn't matter what like.
I don't. That's what I mean. Like, I don't see the need. These are just our opinion, by the way. But like, I don't see the need of them being there. You know
That's
what I mean?
I feel like
Yeah.
okay, look, we're arguing about like not semantics, but it's like I don't think in itself what they did we can't say was like wrong or
Which
God
part?
couldn't have used it.
Yeah.
Maybe it could have been a better way, a better method. But at the same time, it's like sometimes we also be like they could do this, they could do this. We're not doing anything in our lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they have
Running a podcast. I
yeah.
don't know about you.
No, I'm saying like I'm talking about people like he should have done this. Meantime, they're at home
Yeah,
doing
it's
nothing.
just
in
their
their-
opinion. Yeah. of
but I'm
course.
saying I think it could have been done maybe better. But at the same time, I can't say it's like I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know
I
what you
wouldn't do
mean. But like, the thing is, like, for me personally, they could have took that time to be like, yo, like, our Savior and Lord Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like, took that time
They didn't do- I
to
think
spread
they
the
did.
good news. I have not seen that clip.
I
I see
think
like
I did
a
watch
40 something
They
clip.
Them
just said-
accepting the award and saying
They actually had a.
thank you Jesus and stuff. But we can learn more about this topic and come back to it. It was very interesting.
Why is everything queaky today, bro?
Just it's a
Let's
rough.
see. Peculiar. What else is peculiar?
I mean,
Oh, we can talk about TikTok.
the TikTok ban that potentially might be happening.
What y'all
We
think
just
about that?
change conversations just like that. I
I've
can't ban TikTok, bro.
no, I've seen a video saying like they might actually ban it because the
yeah.
reason they want to ban it is not because like it's harmful for people. There's a different reason behind it.
Tell,
Yeah,
tell the
duh.
reason. I think we agree. I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember if word for word. Do you remember it?
I'll give you my opinion, and I'm like I can 100% back it up with my own theory. So ByteDance, America, we don't play fair if you don't know. Like
for sure.
Americans don't play fair.
Yeah.
We fought to make our money the world currency, not fairly. We go around destroy countries not fairly, right? TikTok is a Chinese company. They're beating us in this market. We can come up with an excuse to ban them. Let Facebook, which is an American company, and YouTube, which is an American company, win over. Same thing we did with 5G. We banned Huawei. Y'all know that phone, right? Because they were beating us in 5G. We're like, you're a Chinese government, ban. But can I be mad at them? I'm an American citizen. What are you even to do?
Hey,
But
can't beat them,
that's
join them.
Can't
the
beat 'em,
reason.
yeah.
They're saying it's because of security reasons. Bro, Facebook be
not
collecting
security
things
reasons.
more than I
If-
know.
If you go on Instagram and search up Paris, it'll be all those lovely, like, like Eiffel Tower pictures and all that. If you go on TikTok and search up Paris, you'll see a bunch of riots that's actually going on.
That's
in
that's
TikTok.
what I'm saying.
So they like TikTok is like the non-filtered platform right now.
But
That's
they
what I
be
mean.
banning like anti-LGBT, anti-Christian. I mean,
That's like
or-
every social media, bro. At this point,
That is
Not
true.
really.
every social media that does that.
Which
bro.
social media is true social?
Which
except-
social media like does not like censor you for speaking
True
against
social.
communities?
True social.
Okay,
Y'all don't know
but
what
like
that is.
if you say something about the Christian community, you're like,
Oh, that's every
they
social
can
media
say,
too. Yeah, I'm talking about
it's
like
kinda
just,
crazy.
but in general, what I heard is TikTok is like they want to ban it. Obviously, that makes sense. Your reasoning, but it's like what Dogum said is like a lot of truth has been not
Told
true.
with
It's,
TikTok.
yeah, it's been told, and like they're like, bro, it's not a good idea.
You think
to-
so?
yeah,
Yes,
a
bro.
lot. Now people don't Google stuff now. They go on TikTok to find it
Yes.
because there's better things that other people have
And I even
created.
saw in the news that all these people, the Elon Musks, the people who started all these, the ChatGPT guy, all these AIs, they all signed a petition saying, let's pause new AIs from forming.
Oh yeah.
After they already started theirs.
Yeah,
Because
that's
every day a
good.
new AI is coming up, and they're like, this is getting really,
The model is getting.
I'm with that though. I love AI.
GPT-5. I need that joint to come ASAP, bro. GPT-4 has been amazing. Thank you for your service.
We need the new update.
We need the new
I don't
update.
use it as much, but I don't get.
You don't have assignments to
you
do.
Missing out. Yeah.
Projects to
I'll
code.
use it soon, actually.
That joint is
but like
moving.
I'm telling you, it's because
So that's what
there's
y'all
a
think?
lot of truth. No, there's a lot of truth being
You see,
told on TikTok.
You see, I definitely don't. I definitely agree there are some truth, but TikTok
A lot of truth. A lot of truth.
We can
is
all
being
agree
told
on the fact
I think
that
a lot more people are on the platform, so we get information faster through it. But I don't think TikTok, just the platform, is actually producing things that
accurate
are factual.
information. No, because okay, for example, something that's going on in Paris. People in Paris post about those things.
Yeah.
So
okay.
all you have to do is just search about what's going on in Paris. Now it's up to you to make the decision
Okay,
to
so
find the actual evidence.
Let me explain to you
and to
why
find
the
the
explanation
facts.
for that. Okay, so how algorithms work, right? On Instagram, it's based on likes or
That's
exposure,
really not.
right?
No.
So when you look up Paris on Instagram, from my understanding of how Instagram
But
algorithm
there's
works,
nothing that talks about what is going on in Paris.
I'm saying
on
IG does the
different
same thing,
platforms.
but TikTok is like more like.
Yeah, it's raw footage of
don't
everything.
go to TikTok to find the truth, bro.
I mean,
We're
that's
not
true.
saying that.
Yeah,
but like
but
you know
I'm-
what I mean? It's more
We can all agree on the fact that
like
the reason they're not banning
locked,
TikTok.
You know what I mean?
Hmm?
It's like if you go on Instagram, like I told you,
I don't
like
think
if-
it's restrictive, and I disagree
yeah,
with that.
it's extremely restrictive on different platforms. But TikTok is not restrictive.
I
It
disagree
shows
with that.
you search up
Yeah,
what's going on.
picked up one example that can't generalize.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's different things like that.
I
Variants of things like
don't
that.
think that's enough for the American government to like.
Bro,
ban.
That's the
American
thing,
government
though.
wants one excuse. Be honest.
No, not even just that, bro.
I'm telling you the main excuse though. I'm telling you the main reason.
Because they're being beaten.
Yes.
No, no, no,
No,
American
they're already
companies
being
are-
beaten.
Bathing.
They're already
Bro,
being beaten.
we can all
That's
agree.
what I'm saying. That's why they're banning it.
We
But,
can
like,
all
okay.
agree on the fact that the reason they're banning TikTok is not for the reason they say.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not to
we
protect
know
kids,
that.
bro. They
Yeah.
don't
No, we're
care.
trying to find the real
They
reason.
don't
I'm
care
telling
these
you.
Even
kids,
with the
bro.
currency, America's losing his dollar
Yeah,
currency.
China's like, yeah.
yeah, China, Saudi
Russia,
Arabia,
Brazil.
and Russia.
Yeah.
Now they're doing digital, and then they're doing money that's backed out by gold.
Yeah, with their own
That's
currency.
China's currency.
Did we
So
even
America's
mention last
going
time?
down the drain.
American currency.
I
is going
forgot to
like
even
that.
mention last time the bank situation with the whole.
Oh yeah, they be
that
trying
was
to keep
very
that
crazy.
on the low.
I
Hey,
mean,
trying to keep that on the
very
low.
crazy, bro.
Let's skip over this topic.
Why?
We'll discuss that later.
Why are you doing this again?
Yeah, but
If you mention it, you gotta speak on it, bro.
I can't.
What? What could you
UCLA
possibly have
is
against the
gonna
banks? All right.
Yeah, that,
You know what?
But no, it's a lot
Tell the
of
audience
news.
though.
I can't. I signed that contract.
It's a NDA, non-disclosure.
But I think your reasoning like it can be a factor. But I'm telling you the main reason. I'm telling you.
I understand they're being beaten. I
don't wanna get
understand
beat by
that
China.
they are being
That's
beaten.
why.
I
But it's not.
but
They're not.
That's
they
not
could,
the
they could correct.
only reason.
Not the only. The
Yeah.
main.
I don't think that's the
The
main reason as
main.
well.
Did y'all see the funny part is all these senators are like
Oh,
this
yeah.
app.
Yeah.
The Chinese guy is being very like
Nice.
senator.
He's not even
you
Chinese,
know-
bro.
no, what is
Yeah.
he?
He's from Singapore.
Excuse me. he's like he's like we are being very but he's like this app is stupid. I was dead, bro.
No, I don't understand. That's the.
The
I
app
always
is stupid.
question this. No, it's not just that. I don't understand why there's 85-year-olds running
The country.
Congress, and yeah, I don't understand that. You should be
Also the one
somewhere in a
20-year-olds though.
hospital bed, respectfully, or in a retirement.
But they
home.
have a lot of experience though.
Oh,
It's
let's
not
talk
about experience. You're making decisions that affects
the next
us
generation.
and
Yeah,
the next
but
generation.
you're dying
and
the
you
next
about
10
to
years?
die.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
That is crazy. But talking about we're on politics already.
I'm not gonna talk about it,
How do you think about Donnie?
bro. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
thought you were gonna say something else. No,
Oh, there are other things.
Bring it
but
up if you want, but
let's start with
I
Donnie.
was gonna bring up school shootings, but we'll go
Bring it
back
up
to
to
that.
the- bring it up next.
Donnie.
in the sense of like we were talking about it.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
Donnie's my favorite guy.
No,
Now.
yeah.
Now,
I'm not gonna lie,
guy
his story is getting crazy. Like his
Favorite guy.
life is crazy.
Favorite guy. If he beats the case and he becomes president,
Oh.
yeah.
Hey,
let's
rags
go.
to riches to riches to rags.
so what's your opinion?
But I'm not gonna lie. I don't know
I'm
anything.
I'm worried that when he tries to turn himself in, or whenever if they try to get him,
Wait, I think we should give context first. Because
it gives context.
because
Donald Trumpy.
So here's what
It was
happened.
about a
Good
woman,
guy.
right?
There is a lady that does not do holy things,
Yes.
right? That's all we're gonna say. And she has some experiences with Donnie, the Don, a long time ago, right? And where they had interaction that we would not mention. And then Shawty was he was trying to run for president, and Shawty was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna expose you."
I'm trying to get
And
my
Donnie
money.
went to his lawyer and said, "Make her shut up, throw some bans on her, right?
Hush money or
Hush money."
Hush money.
And then the lawyer, his name like something Cohen, and this guy was like, "I got you." And apparently he used the campaign money to shut her up. Shawty took 150K, and guess
shut
what?
it up.
She still wrote a whole book about it. Man,
That's how you call
finesse
hustle.
her. I,
So
hustle.
that's the reason.
Hustle.
So then,
I thought it was for the impeachment hearings that he's getting arrested
No,
for his
no.
taxes.
For
And
that
The sun is
reason,
out,
right?
ladies and gentlemen.
amazing, looks amazing.
bipolar UCLA.
Bipolar over there. And then the federal government actually investigated this.
Mhm.
They found no evidence, right? But that, you know that clip of saying, how many times have you lied? 100? More.
More.
200? That's a lawyer, right? This guy, he turned
Oh,
on
that's
Donnie.
the lawyer. Ah, that's
Yeah.
funny. Nah, that is
Oh, he
funny.
turned on
That-
him.
He turned on the lawyer
No, that's
and
funny.
actually served time for lying to Congress for that hearing.
That's
Right?
funny.
Come
The
back.
fact that he said more.
He turned on Trump, right? And then this new New York attorney, when he was going to office, he said, "Guys, I will catch Donnie for y'all." Like, he was going there. You don't like go in there with the intention of catching somebody doing wrong, right? So after he was proven innocent by the federal government, New York was like, "Now we're gonna get this guy." And then they went in through, make up some evidences, but the justice system is
Yeah,
not
bro, he gonna
just.
beat the money, bro. Toss money at it, you be alright.
But yeah,
I want,
so,
So that's what happened?
Hey, listen, I want him to take a little picture, with the orange jumpsuit and
yeah,
then-
that
No,
joke
that's
money
what I'm
is
saying.
tough.
Ah.
Imagine if he comes beats this, the campaign picture is like
Yeah,
from
I'll tell you, that's
from
gonna be
jail to from the
Oh.
bars to
That's gonna
the
be tough.
pedestal.
That's
What
crazy.
is his new slogan for the new year that he's running?
I don't know yet.
Speaking of that, wait,
That's-
when is the
that's
next
a
election?
Next year.
Damn, we've been 3 years already.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh
My boy Biden about to go.
See, when you're struggling,
Sleepy
Jones
Joe
goes
about to
fast.
go.
Don't get me
Damn.
started with this guy. But yeah, what y'all thinking? Like, you see,
It's
listen-
Trumpy, man.
No, his life is crazy, bro. This man, I'm just saying, like, respectively, like, looking at his life story, it might not be purpose filled, but this man accomplished so many
Yeah.
crazy things, bro.
it's so
Yeah.
crazy. I one thing I really hate about it is people actually thinking that he's actually a Christian. That's the only thing that I like. Don't you can agree with his policies and stuff, but don't treat that guy like he's a follower of Christ, bro. This guy went to Liberty University and he said 1 Thessalonians. He doesn't know how to read the Bible, but outside of that, actually, yeah. What about?
And I think his new slogan is gonna be about
Jail?
gender. No.
Gender?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
his
he talks
new
about we
slogan.
shouldn't transition children, which is a
Yeah.
fact. Oh yeah, y'all want to know why I want to homeschool my children now, huh?
Oh, for sure. I'm with you on that.
Nah, y'all were. Who was it that would like attack
we were
me?
with
Me,
you.
I was with you on that.
And I will say this again: if you are a Christian, right, and you're
school
able to,
system's
what I'm
crazy.
saying is, if you are a Christian and both you and your wife are making over 100K or 200K,
What about
you're
your
still
wife and
sending your
adopted
kids to public school.
It doesn't have to be over 100K, bro.
It doesn't matter. Like, if you're able to
Livable
sustain,
wage.
yeah, and you're sending your kids to public school, you're actively doing disservice to your children. I think the church needs to come together and say,
White
"Let's
man,
put-"
paperwork.
Massacre.
Yeah,
Anywho, yeah. So about the school shootings that have been happening.
I didn't even see it
Wow.
until it happened. Like a
Tennessee.
couple
Oh, really?
days. I didn't hear
what
about
have you
it.
been doing? You've
Yeah.
been inside, like,
No, I have not been inside.
Yes. Oh, he been outside.
Bro, you don't watch the news as much as you used to.
That's
That
what I'm
is
telling
true.
y'all. He be ghosting us, y'all. Every time we go, let's record. He don't reply to us. So,
Yeah.
anywho,
Talk
the
about school shooting. Yeah, it was crazy.
It's very often. in this-
I seen a clip though of the
Place.
police responding, and they were like, "Oh, if they did this in Texas, it would not that many people would die because they were responding quick. They were in
Oh
there.
yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
killed
My
the
boy,
guy."
they'll be out there.
Also,
with
can't
shot.
speak on that because, I don't care about getting canceled, but these people can't handle the truth. Is what I'm saying.
Stop saying it if you're not gonna.
Okay, I'll tell you this. Okay, we've had guns since forever.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have school shootings until recently. So you think the guns just started getting up and shooting the schools? No,
The
that didn't
people
happen.
So what's going on?
And almost
people.
everyone that shot up schools has mental illness issues,
That's true.
but they want to ban guns. That makes no sense.
I think I seen a clip or a quote or some songs like "Guns don't kill people.
People kill people.
People kill people with guns." So it's a person behind the gun.
And to be honest,
I mean,
with
if you put out a gun, it's not gonna move by itself and kill someone.
that's what I'm saying. And like I'm telling you,
But-
they'll talk about.
Okay, so we need to put restrictions on guns.
no,
No, hold up. Let me ask you.
What do you mean? No, we need to
No.
put restrictions on guns.
Y'all
We
seen
do,
that clip
we do.
of this guy?
We do. 16-year-olds can gain access to 347.
What was his name?
guns.
Stewart.
They
Yes,
can't.
they can.
Wait.
How many school shooters have been underage?
yeah, that's not because they have legal access.
Okay, legal access. So therefore,
to
we
be
should put restrictions on guns.
No.
Okay.
No, did you see? I seen this clip of this guy's like something Stewart. He was arguing with this very conservative guy about guns. He's like, so should we register our guns? He's like, no, I feel like that would defeat the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
He's like, is it because it's a semantic thing? Because it says in the Constitution like right to bear arms. He's like, so what about voting? He's like, so would you register to vote? He'd be like, yes, you should register to vote. But then you get what I'm saying? Like it kind of.
I see what you mean.
Okay. Why did you say that we shouldn't have gun laws, restrictive gun laws?
So obviously we should have gun laws.
There's some responsibilities with the gun.
But when you say restrictive, right?
Yes.
It's a right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Guns are rights.
Yes.
So you're restricting someone's right.
I'm not restricting their rights.
You are.
So
you
you're
say
telling me
restricting laws.
16-year-olds, 15-year-olds should have guns?
No.
Okay, so therefore they should
18-year-olds.
have restrictions for underage.
But what does it think?
That laws
By a certain
that
age
already
should
exist
have
though.
Huh?
That already exists.
Okay, is it really helping?
Doggy.
But
If
So
you're
therefore
16,
it
you
should
can't
be
get a gun.
restrictive.
The
But
the
they
law
do-
you're
but
saying
they
already
still
exists.
have access to it.
They shouldn't.
What can they do?
So they're breaking
What
the
do you mean
law.
they couldn't do?
Like you're
Okay,
saying we
that's
should
what I'm
make
saying.
murder illegal. It's already illegal. What more do you want? This
But
guy.
listen. What I'm saying is that they still get access to it.
Yeah.
So it
That's-
should
that's
be
a
more
different
problem.
restrictive.
Illegal.
Therefore, okay, China has gun laws, restrictive gun laws.
I don't think you want to argue. You want to talk about making America like China. I think you
I'm
should
not
stop.
saying we should, but their process is very different than America's.
They're not allowed to have guns at all.
No, they do have guns. China has
Citizens?
gun laws. Yes.
No, they don't, bro.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
I promise you they do.
Right.
I'll tell you this: every oppressive
Where's my
government,
phone, bro?
the first thing that listen, every oppressive government. Wait, before you Google it, listen to me.
Okay, I'm listening.
No, I want you to give full attention.
Okay.
Every oppressive government, from the Nazis to the Mao, the first thing they do, Soviet Union, is strip the citizens, strip the citizens' guns. There's a reason for that.
Okay.
Okay, and the reason why it's a right in America is because people think there will never come a time when the government is oppressive. We can argue about that, right? But no matter what happens, the people should have. And you know, the argument is like the government, even if you have as much guns as you can, they have way more weapons to destroy you. That's true. I'm not gonna lie
Okay.
to you, but
China's civil firearm ownership is restricted to non-individual entitles.
yeah, China also have it's also a democracy. Do you believe that?
Democracy?
China's a democracy. Do you believe that?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
I'm
Yeah.
All right, my brother.
I'm joking. But like, DC, they still have
No,
gun laws that
citizens-
is restrictive.
China does not have citizens can own guns.
My brother-in-law,
I'm telling you.
I'm reading it right here.
Yeah. So you think everything on the internet is good?
But I'm saying,
No,
okay,
North Korea has a democracy too. You know that, right?
North
Don't
Korea's
trust them.
democracy
We haven't
is
seen them in
different.
years. bro.
That's what I'm saying.
They're living in
China is
hiding.
called the CCP controls it. They don't have freedom. Stop playing. But yeah,
I'm
I don't
sure
think
China
China.
can-
You can argue. We should follow.
I
the
would
suits
just
of
yapping, by the
Brit-
way. It just, yeah.
We should say like the British, like.
Bro, they get
the
stabbed,
legal-
bro. They use knives, bro.
Yeah,
They
I
still
don't
have
think.
If you take somebody's gun, they're gonna use something else.
Yeah, they still have access to that.
So I don't think the problem, the issue is restricting people. It's to figure out the real root is the people.
Yes, and I'm telling you, we've had guns as long as we can remember.
So it's not guns are getting worse. People are getting worse every generation.
I will say that with the mental health. And
Yeah.
I
But
also
if we
point out
took away
before that.
guns completely.
You can't. Okay, let's say
Not in this
that.
generation. Okay, think about Ethiopia.
Ethiopia
There-
has their murder rate is very high in Ethiopia because people don't have guns to protect themselves too.
What murder?
You think if he made guns, yeah.
My brother, you talking about Ethiopia?
I'm talking about like now it's because of the war. But I'm talking about like
The
civilians.
even
that
the
have
police are crooked there, bro. There's no safety there anywhere.
guns. No, but like when I was growing up, I was never afraid of like I never even heard about like
It's the
gun issues in Ethiopia.
people. But since you were a
Hey,
kid, and
this
since we're
country's
grown
the
now,
devil's-
we're all going crazy.
devil's-
People are going crazy.
The devil.
I'll
And the thing
say
is,
this
if you restrict guns, something else will come up. It'll be more
Like, in
car
Ethiopia,
killings.
I don't think.
I'll tell you two
are-
things.
Are civilians allowed to have guns? I don't think they are.
I think
I
they
knew
care.
my neighbor had a gun, but
My
he
uncle-
was like a
I-
volunteer of like.
Okay,
community
but
protective.
civilians in general in Ethiopia
They
don't
do
have
have
guns.
guns. You don't have to register in Ethiopia. Just
I'll tell you two things, okay?
Okay.
First thing is what I told you. We had guns for a long time. We
Yeah.
started having issues. I'll tell you things actually. We started having these issues recently because of mental health issues, right?
Yeah.
Second thing is if you make guns illegal, people that are
But
criminals.
other countries
hold
also
on,
have
hold on,
gun
hold on.
issues.
Hold
I
on.
mean mental health.
Hold up,
issues.
hold up.
Okay.
People, let's say you make guns illegal, right? people that are criminals don't follow the law already. They'll still find a way to get guns, right?
Yeah.
The other thing I'll say is, just left me. That's crazy. That's wild. It just left me. I was
Oh,
gonna say 3 things.
I heard it. You
But-
left me. I'm like, what
No,
are you
the idea just left me. But those 2 things by themselves alone.
Okay.
You know how many stabbings are in London, bro?
Yes, that's London.
Crazy.
But you don't hear shootings.
Because there's no guns. So
Exactly.
they use the next best thing as a knife. Some people are still dying.
Okay, I'm not talking about people are still gonna die.
I think
regardless.
people just hate guns. They're scared of guns. Like, that's what it is, bro.
No,
I
I'm
was-
talking about like personally for me. This is my personal experience, but like growing up in Ethiopia, I never seen an issue with guns because no one had a guns. You know what I mean? Like I was never scared to go to school and be like, I'm gonna get shot today. No, I never had that issue. But here,
Well, okay.
you gotta be aware of
I'll-
something.
Okay,
you
hold
know?
on, hold on, hold on. I want to get back to that, okay?
Yeah.
Because the gun deaths are also very inflated. Because America is the only country that considers suicide with a gun as like a gun assault issue. Any country, if you shoot yourself with a gun, we should have probably bleep that word out. It's not considered like a gun violence. And 60% of all gun violences are legit suicide, right? Outside of that, the majority of them are gang violences, which can be gang violences.
So
which can be-
40% is gang violence.
not the rest of them. I'm saying the majority of the rest, right?
Okay.
And you can legit point out like the gang violence into like a certain cities,
Okay.
right? And the actual, I think like the actual like homicide, gun violence is like, I don't want to say a number, but it's like low, less than 10%, I would say. So the numbers are very inflated. Now when you look at it like that, right? And then people are saying let's ban assault weapons when most of gun violence is committed with handgun. You're like, there's got to be some agenda behind
But
it.
people have access to guns in this country like crazy.
I know,
I
that's
seen
okay.
someone on Twitter with the RPG.
Okay, for a country that has access for a country.
You know the gun from Halo with the big gun. I'm being serious, bro.
So hear my point.
Who is he beefing with?
I'm saying, bro, throw that man in.
That's one person you don't have beef with. What I'm saying, for a country that have this many guns, we don't have this much gun violence in proportion, right?
But we do have
And
gun violence issues.
we have gun violence issues, but in proportion to how many guns we have,
It could have been way
it
worse.
could be
be
way
way
worse.
worse.
But the
Okay.
culture, so we're already good at that, right? But even for the stat that we're getting right now, it's so inflated because of gang violence and suicide, self-deletion. I'm going to tell you that. And
Okay,
most of the
take
guns,
suicide out the conversation.
then you already have like over half of all the gun violence is gone, right? If you take gang violence out from that, you also have like almost the other half out, right? And then you take you get rid of handguns, right? You're like left with like less than 10%. I'm telling you. But most of these gun violences are occurring with handguns, but they want to ban assault weapons. Doesn't make sense to me. Like logically speaking, to me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying the access that people can have to guns is just that. That's what
I see the fear in it.
Yeah.
I think if people understand why it happened, so in the 1700s,
The mental health is, I feel like,
Yeah,
an
very.
excuse that a lot of people give them. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like-
Because they be like, at first it was like, oh, video games. You know,
that was dumb.
at first that was very dumb to me because millions of
We all
Every
grew up.
country has
We all
it.
grew up playing crazy games.
Yeah, exactly. But then it got twisted to mental health.
I don't think I twisted.
It did.
Every
It did get twisted
like-
to mental
It
health.
kind of did become
'Cause
like
they were like, oh, video games. What can video game affect our mental health? Oh, the issue is with mental
I
health.
forgot what year started to like big this like emphasis on like
Mental health, yeah. Especially when it started happening with school shootings.
I would say I think it's when the more we had them, right, and we studied the people behind the shooters, we realized all of them, or vast majority
Exactly.
of them,
So it's
have
very
mental
easy
health
for them
issues.
to
We
blame.
realized that the underlying issue is mental health.
Yeah.
So I think the video game was like there was no data to back it up. The mental health issue, we have data to back it up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, they are mentally.
And like I said, we had guns way before we had issues with school shootings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also more reason, homeschool your children, bro. That's what I'm saying. I think that was too deep.
That was deep. No, it was a
good
great
conversation. Though.
So how y'all think about ice cream?
You learn.
Hey, where did this all start from? Peculiar.
Peculiar ideas.
Hopefully,
actually
y'all
amazing.
come up with some peculiar ideas for this week. Hopefully, you have a great week. Thank y'all for tuning in
This
to
was an amazing
OTD.
episode.
We're gonna be more consistent. We got big things coming up soon for
I
y'all.
hope
So
so.
I'm gonna be more consistent.
We're gonna be consistent.
I apologize.
We gonna come
apologize. They haven't
with
seen us in
many
months.
great videos for you guys. You know, we're keeping you on the back of our heads. We appreciate y'all. Likes, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your grandma, tell your uncle.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Send out to the Viber group chat.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. OTD. We're out. Bow.